morning, everyone, and welcome to the Efteling Hotel here in Kaatsheuvel. We've had an amazing stay here during our summer visit to Efteling, and although the hotel itself is relatively small, I think you'll find we've got a lot to show you in the next couple minutes. Let's kick things off by going back in time to our first day on property so that we can show you a comprehensive tour of our Excellente Suite here in the hotel itself. I'm Tim, you'll meet Katie in just a second, and we do things like this. Our room is number 804, the Excellente Suite, and you are not ready for it. Welcome to paradise.
Is this real life?
Even the GoPro doesn't really do it justice. As you can see, there's quite a bit going on in this room. We will walk you around and show you all the little details we've found. I cannot guarantee that's all the little details there are. We've already done like 3 sweeps. We're still finding new things. This place is crazy. From the top, Efteling is built like a castle, and like any castle, we have turrets. Our room, 804, the Excellente Suite here, occupies this turret here, which is pretty cool. Did not know that would be the case when this room was booked for us by our travel agent, Jeanne Claire. Pretty awesome, that's all I can say. It's amazing to be in a turret, in a castle, while you're on vacation. Just inside the door, and I do mean just inside the door, it's a little bit of a tight fit. This is our bathroom. We've got this kind of blocky sink, does what it needs to do. We've got wall-mounted soap, and I do like that this is not bar soap. Granted, we haven't done a whole lot of European travel together, so that might not be standard in Europe the way it is in America, but I am just so glad that I don't have to use bar soap. This is foam soap. We also have a toilet, as you might expect. Flushes based on intensity. Number 1, number 2. See that? I wasted water. They don't want you to do that. Do this one instead. There is a significant amount of empty cabinet space in here. This is usually where you'd find a hairdryer. Don't worry, we do have one. It's just not in this area. As we make our way out of the bathroom and into the main living space, what looks like a coat hanger is actually an adorable set of hooks. So you can hang up to 5 things here. 6 if you find something small enough to hang on top here. We've got a sizable closet here. I've already kind of stuffed one suitcase in, so you can see you have that slot there. We have a safe up top. On the opposite side, we have an extra pillow just in case. And then we do have what I would consider a standard amount of space for coats, shirts, anything you want to hang up. And then a bunch of shelf space to put all your smaller bags. Something that Efteling is kind of famous for is adding little touches of magic to every room. So even though we have a modernized suite fit for something a little bit more romantic, we still have these little doll shoes in here. These are mounted, they do not come off. They have been nailed into place here. So that is magic that we are meant to find. The floor is carpeted and it has this remarkably elegant pattern that actually continues up onto the wallpaper. But a word about the wallpaper, because there are some inconsistencies here. Hidden on the wallpaper itself are several characters from Efteling. These are all park icons that are hidden in plain sight. I won't tell you which ones because that would de-incentivize you to do some of your own work. But they're here. And before I move out of this hallway, I will just let you know we have 11 outlets in this room total, all type EF. And I will say too, 4 of those outlets are occupied with things elsewhere in the room already. So you've got 7 at your disposal. As we get into the larger space, we have this incredibly soft, comfy couch, especially after a long, long day of travel. This was intoxicating. It does not open up into a bed though. This is solely for the purpose of sitting. It will obviously seat larger numbers if you entertain a larger group. We do have some floral decor here, and we do have an amazing view outside that window, but I have a better one around the corner, so I'm gonna hold off on showing you that because I can show you the better one. Literally mounted to the coffee table here, we actually have an entire board game specifically themed to the Efteling Hotel. This is called the Fairy Tale game. We haven't played, so I'm not gonna say that I understand the rules just yet, but I love that it's here. It looks very family friendly. And just to reemphasize the fact that we're still finding out new things about this room, apparently the red shoes in our closet are part of this game. Like, this game can only be played in this room because that's where the red shoes are. Across the way from the couch and coffee table, we do have a nice sized television with the Efteling channel running helpful information similar to Disney Resort TV, but obviously this one is in Dutch. It's also displayed in English for those of us that are traveling. Nothing in this cabinet underneath, which just opens up more storage space for you to do what you want with the room.
Okay, now we have to show you this bathing area. I don't want to really call it a bathroom because it's not a separate room, and it's
how they do it in Europe.
Yeah, and the toilet is separate, but we'll just call it the bathing area of the suite. So, I mean, I'll step back and kind of take it all in, but we'll go through the details too. I'm very excited about this, as you can tell. Okay, so first in the shelf area, we have your full body bathing towels. Here there's 4, which should be plenty, and we can always ask for more if we need them. Next we have your, these look like hand towel size, but I think they're some of the biggest hand towels I've ever seen. So you have your hand towels or for washing your face or whatever else you would need them for, but they're definitely not full body size towels here. And our final shelf here, we have matching slippers to walk around the room with or the bathroom area with, as well as bathrobes it looks like, so you can feel really fancy in here. I'm gonna feel so fancy. Next we have the whirlpool tub. Obviously huge, probably meant for 2. They do have 2 of these. Very comfy headrests here, so potentially a great option for a nice relaxing soak after a long day in the park.
It's a somewhat romantic suite.
It is giving me romantic vibes. I wouldn't share this with my friend. You have what looks like the controls for the bubble jacuzzi functions of the whirlpool. And also on the wall here we have Efteling branded body wash and shampoo.
And what of this incredibly bizarre looking sink? I don't even know how this works.
My instinct is telling me to do this.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Cool. And of course we do have a simple vanity here with a nice big mirror for getting ready, doing your makeup, shaving, whatever you need. And then here on the wall, we do have a hair dryer provided by Efteling Hotel. But on the hair dryer is actually 2 converters, power outlets. This one is a typical, United States American one. It does say for shavers only, so it has to be a certain wattage. You can't overpower this outlet here, but nice to know you wouldn't have to necessarily bring a converter for that spot. And in case you needed more storage, there's more cubbies under the sink.
European showers are not like American showers in the sense that they don't actually have much of a barrier between where the water flows and like the next room. So we have 2 waterfall shower heads here that flow directly into the floor. And it's on a gradient, so it should drain, but like there's nothing in between the floor and no like curtain, the next area.
There's no door, it just becomes more bathroom tile.
Yeah.
Or washroom tile.
So, love it or hate it, that's Europe.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
I mean, I think at least it's separate enough that I don't feel like we're gonna get water running into the carpet or something like that, but we do have to be careful. In addition to waterfall shower heads, we also have a singular handheld one that can be removed should you desire it.
Over on this back wall, we do have a coffee station here, and we have everything we could possibly need, from the hot water heater to the spoons to all of the little coffee pods. Now, we've not had a whole lot of European coffee, so I don't know how it'll compare to Katie's norm, but I like the station. FYI, those water bottles in the background are not the rooms. We bought those separate. But speaking of amenities that taste good, huge perk of this room is that the mini bar is complimentary. Comes with the price of the Excellente Suite. So here's our refrigerated mini bar setup. And I don't know, Jean-Claire does know me, so it's possible that she put in a good word for me and said I like Coke Zero, but I do like Coke Zero. And that's literally the only beverage that's in here, soda-wise. We have sparkling water over here, which of course Katie will drink, and she's super excited to do so. But what are the odds? I mean, what are the odds? Jean-Claire, Did you do this? Comment if you did this. We also have some European chocolate. And underneath, Coca-Cola bottle opener. And underneath, salty sweet treats. How can you go wrong with paprika chips? That leaves us with the bed. And what a bed it is. First of all, we've got a bottle of champagne chilling here. That was delivered complimentary to our room. We did mention that our anniversary was coming up and that this was kind of a trip for that, so I'm not sure if that had anything to do with this, but this was here. So, if you book an Excellente Suite, it's possible. The bed itself is a king size, very, very comfortable. These sheets are like lying in a hug. It's the best way I can describe it. This is amazing. I don't know what the material is, but I feel like a king. We do have these small little bedside reading lamps mounted onto the backboard. We also have independent control of the overhead lighting fixture, which is glorious unto itself. We also have 3 Type EF outlets total, 2 on this side, 1 on the other side, where we have 1 light switch controlling the overhead, replacing the extra fixture. Small little surface for small practical bedside items, and the good old Efteling E carved right into the headboard, so you never forget where you are. There is a smaller TV in this room as well, directly across from the bed, so you can watch TV as you settle down for the evening or early in the morning to wake up. If you're finding it a little hard to watch that TV through the glare, you can always close up these curtains all the way around the turret. But honestly, why would you do that when you can be king of the castle instead? Bow to me, peons.
There is one more thing I want to show you guys, but we have to be or else we'll scare away Cheezers, our resident mouse.
Taking your first steps into the Efteling Hotel is like walking into a living storybook. From the moment you enter the main lobby, you're wrapped up in magic and wonder like a child in a warm blanket. If you have little ones, they are more than likely going to be immediately drawn to this little theater projection screen over here. It's just a TV with a fancy facade, but it does get you hyped up for all the offerings of the park. And the red carpet does inspire you to take a seat and enjoy the show. Over on the right-hand side here, we have these iconic Giant's boots. These are from a story that's told in the fairy tale forest here, obviously just for the photo op and for looking, not so much for playing with. Just to the left of that, we have a height chart so that your family can start weighing whether or not the little ones are going to be tall enough to ride some of the larger attractions in the park. When we first arrived here, we spent about an hour sitting on this incredibly comfy couch. It is an excellent spot to wait for your room to be ready. There are 4 clocks here just above the elevators, which really start to activate your imagination. Each one shows the time in the various sections and regions of this fantastical land. So here at the Efteling Hotel, we're showing normal time, whereas at Villa Volta, which is the Madhouse attraction here, time itself is upside down. This glass cabinet up against the back wall has some of the items you can pick up in the gift shop. We'll be checking that out in just a minute, but in the meantime, if anything here catches your eye, they do sell it. There are assorted popsicles and ice cream available here if you have any late night cravings. But between you and me, you can get ice cream by the carton 24 hours via room service. You may also see some flyers here for their Cirque du Soleil style show. It's called Caro. It's worth checking out if you have a little bit longer to spend here. It's not a dinner show. It lasts about 70 minutes in total and it takes place right at the front of the park, but it is an upcharge. If you're a guest of the Efteling Hotel, you actually get to buy tickets at half price. So it only cost us about €13 a piece to enjoy the show. Stepping into the gift shop timandkt here, I won't show you everything, but I'll show you a couple highlights. Since Efteling is basically one giant storybook come to life as a theme park, there's definitely an emphasis on storybooks here in the park and the hotel. So here at the gift shop, you can pick up a whole book full of the stories that inspired all your favorite characters here at the park. There is quite a collection of mugs and glassware here. See Pardo on one side, long neck on the other, and that's just one of the many mug options here. There are a few more, a little bit more colorful, but more simplistic. You have 3 colors of ponchos, you have Fabula branded shampoo, toothbrush, and other toiletries in case you left yours at home. And look, You can even take home your own little dormouse. It's cheesers. If you get here early or you choose to stay late and you need a place to store your bags while you go to the park, they do have a luggage holding area here. It's a little closet. They'll initially take your bags for you and help you put them away, provide assistance as needed. Once you have your room key, you can actually lock and unlock this door yourself using that key to reclaim your stored bags. Almost everyone here at the Efteling Hotel speaks fluent English, so don't sweat it if you forgot to brush up on Duolingo before you came. Find someone with the British or the American flag on their name tag that denotes they speak English and they can help you get checked in. Once you're checked in, make sure to reserve your time for breakfast as well, because breakfast capacity is somewhat limited and you do have to make reservations in order to enjoy the hearty breakfast buffet. But it's free, so once you're reserved, you don't have to pay a dime. The complimentary breakfast buffet at the Efteling Hotel was above and beyond what we expected and offered everything from salad to pancakes to freshly made pastries. Often, not always, but often, you'll find Efteling characters waiting to greet you at your table. How do we say dream flight in Dutch? Droomvlucht. A traditional Dutch breakfast is a little bit heavier on the carbs, so we have a lot of carbish options on the buffet line, including flatbed pancakes, donuts, and bread. Lots and lots and lots of bread. There's also some protein options on the line. I've taken to getting some prosciutto with cheese and a little bit of jam. There's the cheese back there. They give you an entire block of brie. So traditionally, Katie and I split the brie in half because it's kind of rude to leave half a block of brie on the line. So I just get a big block, then we split it ourselves. Katie also enjoys a fruity beverage.
Strawberry yogurt drink. It reminds me of like those Danimals we used to get in like our lunches.
Oh, I love those. Is it like smooth like that?
Oh yeah, you should try it.
Oh, I will. It does taste like Danimals yogurt. Takes me right back to my childhood. I've also taken to having my bacon with a little dab of Dutch mustard. Or mustard. When it comes to your lunch and dinner options, the Efteling Hotel doesn't offer quite as much variety as the park does. That said, Bar de Gelagkamer and Restaurant de Hoffelijke Heraut both keep evening hours and offer some impressive dinner time menu options. Like breakfast, depending on the time of your visit, you may catch the Efteling characters playing about in the bar or the restaurant.
Little mischievous thing, isn't he?
He is a troublemaker, an agent of chaos. Well, we lucked out, fam. Nobody is in the kids' castle at the moment, so I can show you what it looks like. We've got a little TV playing animated cartoons. We've got some toys for smaller kids, and then we've got a playable foosball table for the older kids. Over here, much more important and captivating, a little jungle gym with a slide. If I was of age, you know that's where I'd be. Looks like you could pick up a bit of speed in there. Parental supervision is recommended. There are only 2 elevators here. We were lucky just now, but often we've had to wait a little bit longer than that for an elevator that wasn't full. So there's small elevators, just be prepared to wait out a couple rotations before you make it to your floor. The last thing we want to show you guys is your proximity to Efteling itself. It is walkable and it takes less than 3 minutes to get there. So we're leaving the front entrance right now. Let's make our way to the park. All you have to do is pick up the footprints. As soon as you find yourself on this trail, it's a short, easy walk. You can't possibly get lost. Ducking quickly under the green arch and down the walking path. Around the corner. And here we are. Morgen.
Goedemorgen. Ja, dank u.
Dankjewel. And that's it. We're in the park. We hope you've enjoyed this tour of the Efteling Hotel. Of course, we could only show you our own room, but there are many, many other suites and room types available. So if you're planning to visit Efteling and stay at the Efteling Hotel anywhere in the near future, make sure you check the Efteling Hotel website to see what kind of room is going to suit you and your family best. Until next time, I'm Tim.
I'm Katie.
And every day
is a new adventure.
We'll see you again soon. Doei!